Let's see what kind of dysfunctional shit they're blaming men for today. He didn't force me, but after we did it for the first time, that's all we did every time we hung out. He didn't force me, but if we didn't do it, he would just get on his phone board. He didn't force me, but I could feel him get mad every time I said no. He didn't force me, but kissing always led to that. He didn't force me, but he made me question if that was all he wanted. He didn't force me, but kept asking until I said yes. He didn't force me, but I kept letting him just so he wouldn't leave me. He didn't force me, but made me feel bad for saying no. But he didn't force me. Let's see what more women have to say. He didn't force me, but I always accept, even when I don't want. He didn't force me, but I did it hoping that he would love me one day, which never happened. Oh my God, this is my story. I left already. He's still coming to beg though. He didn't force me, but kept asking, when am I going to finish my period? He didn't force me, but whenever I say no, he gives me attitude. He didn't force me, but he talks about my mistakes anytime I say no. He didn't force me, nah, me force him. This is how I knew I didn't love myself. He didn't force you, but you gave it to him. He didn't force you, but you gave it to him. He didn't force you, but you gave it to him. But he didn't force you, but you gave it to him.
It's confusing, So men, they have to be blamed for everything these women they are doing, either willing or not willing. It doesn't matter. As long as you're a man, you have to take a blame. It's crazy. Hey, what's up YouTube? I am back with another video. If you're new to the platform, I want to welcome you. Welcome to the family. At the end of this video, hope you're going to like, comment, and subscribe. Now let's get into it.
$100 cash or a Bitcoin?
$100 cash.
I do not accept a coffee or a walk as a possible date option, and neither should you. First of all, I'm not a dog that needs to be walked. Second, I have an espresso machine at home, works fabulous. We're not doing drinks either. You're gonna try to get me drunk and take me back home. No. We are doing dinner. You're gonna pick me up, we're gonna come to the restaurant, we're gonna see your table manners. We're just gonna, study you a bit.
I started the egg freezing process. I did some preliminary tests which showed that my egg count is really low. The doctors did tell me that might affect my fertility. My eggs are high quality, but there's just not a lot of them. It's just so sad.
For what she been saying at first, we understand why she froze her eggs. She was trying to protect herself. It seems it's one of those girls who've been doing a foodie date. They're not interested in you, but they're going to you because they want something, So what's the problem going on a walk, on the park, just doing that, cheap date for knowing each other, and maybe later on when we see, hey, we have something in common, we can go for a proper date. I don't think if there's a problem in that, but these women understand they're after you for something, and that's the money. They can use you and dump you on the spot. Do you know how many dudes she been doing that to them? It's crazy.
If a girl offers to pay on the first date, that's a no. Like, absolute no. Like, the man's supposed to pay at least a bare minimum first date. But if it's like a relationship, like I've had ex-girlfriends take me to like steakhouses and stuff for like special occasions, and super grateful for that. But first date, no, definitely not.
So recently an old friend wanted to rekindle. He said he wanted to take me out, but I kindly declined. I did. But instead, I suggested that he actually use that money to just buy a couple things to put in my fridge. He said, all right, we can do that. I said, cool. We get off the phone, then he calls me right back. He's like, let me come over. I said, no, I know what you're on and I'm not trying to be on that kind of time. I said, let's just see each other tomorrow. We can catch up, talk and everything. He's like, all right. Next day comes, he says, you know what, I thought about this isn't gonna work. Okay, yeah, let's move past that. My question is, did he say that because he knows that I need help and can't help me, doesn't want to help me, or because I don't want to smash? Does it sound like I'm treating him like a trick? Because I'm not willing to smash. I told him I'm not interested in having any kind of sex. I'm okay with hanging out. I need a couple things. I am tired. I don't want to have to smash just to get some damn help.
I understand her point of view, but here's the question. So anytime that dude is around, so he's just there for smashing, no more talking. He wanted to take you on a date. Maybe he wanted to tell you something, so if, hey, you want him to buy you groceries for that money, okay, be cool. He will buy them groceries, bring it to your house, and have that conversation. What's the point? What's the bad point there? So how can I buy you something, and then not able to talk what I want to talk to you? It actually don't make sense. So even that dude was like, hey, so you wanna use me, So you don't want me, you don't want my presence, but you want me to buy you groceries.
So a woman gets mad at her baby daddy for buying food for their kids. I don't think I saved the post, but if I remember the post correctly, she had said she wanted money for groceries. He went ahead and bought groceries, and these was the groceries. And I remember my first thought being, I don't know, this looks like what's in the average person's fridge, but this would upset me personally, not because of not the clown, what the hell? Gesture. This not food to me. I don't consume like this. I'm a Haitian woman. This is junk food. I think that's what the lady ended up saying. She's not even upset that he bought the food. She's like, my baby daddy left this on my doorstep. This is wrong. He should do better. Most of this is junk food. You're not gonna find any of this stuff in my house. My house, bread, maybe not this bread though. But like my house boring, and sometimes I bake bread. Anywho, I need produce. I need meats. I need to fill up my deep freezer with pre-made meals and snacks and whatnot. I make my own hot pockets and I make my own pizzas. I would have done better with flour, sugar, butter, base, heavy cream. I can make my own, but like, help me help myself. I'm trying to feed these kids for a long time, not for 10 minutes. What is this this is just sodium and sugar and red dye number 6. Because again, I'm not mad at like you buying the groceries. Because if you don't want to give the money and you just want to go ahead and do it, that's fine. But like, what am I frying? What did you buy me here that I could fry? Like, this is all, they don't go together. There's not a cohesive meal here. This is just stuff. You tell me what your thoughts is, because now that got me thinking about child support, because I got a doozy on child support. Y'all about to eat me up with my thoughts on child support.
What is the main cause for all of this? It's because women, they never use that child support money for their kids. They're using it for themselves. So it was like, you know what, you want groceries? I will buy them, So maybe they had to do this. You want groceries? It's cool. I will tell you my budget, and then we will go, both of us, to go and buy them. We'll go to buy them together. Maybe that would be a solution. But I think, those arguments back and forth, I think it seems like they don't have good communication. That's why they end up doing this, but just do what seems right to him.